Alright, so I feel like this is a good time to start explaining my hysterectomy story. So story time. So May 9th, I had a hysterectomy. They removed my uterus and they also removed my fallopian tubes, but my ovaries were left. So I am prone to having ovarian cysts because I do have PCOS. I was also told post-surgery that I also have endometriosis. So yeah, fun times, double whammy. So from there, I was in recovery, went home the day after, and I felt like I was doing fine. So we're going to fast forward a couple weeks, and we're going to go to the next part. So a couple weeks after my surgery, I didn't feel well. I had started doing my normal daily walks because I was allowed to. And then I was completely sidelined. So, come May 20th, I want to say, I just felt like absolute garbage. I was laying in bed, I was tired, I was exhausted. It was really hot. I had my heating pad on my stomach. My pain medication wasn't touching anything. So I got really nervous. I was like, all right, I'm not really hungry, but maybe it's like because it was warm out, that was the root cause of it. Come to find out that it was not. In fact, I had a major temperature. I was sweating. My air conditioner was up like to the absolute max, and it was a room air conditioner, and I just felt like absolute garbage. So I called my doctor. We decided it was best for me to go get seen at the ER, so I went to the ER. Let me tell you, ERs are pretty scary nowadays. And so went into the ER and went absolutely like blacked out. Like I was gone for a while. I was unresponsive. It took 3 nurses to move me from my wheelchair that I was sitting in to my bed that they had me in the hallway because the hospital was so overrun by other sick people. So I was transported to the hospital where I originally had my surgery, and things got crazy from there. So by crazy, I mean the ER had done a CT scan on me. They had done like the works on me. Come to find out I had a massive abscess that was a direct result from my surgery. So, yay. So I was kept in the women's hospital I was transported to, starting early Monday morning. I was in the ER originally Sunday night, and I was put on antibiotics and monitored, and sat there annoyed, frustrated, sick, like all the works. Scared, definitely scared. So then things got really crazy. So I was admitted to getting the antibiotics done, getting all this other testing done. It was nuts. And then I had to have another surgery on Wednesday the 25th of May. Which, let me tell you, you think one surgery is like wacky, 2 back-to-back really sucks. I definitely was hurting, and I definitely did not feel good. And let me tell you, saw some major flaws in a lot of things that were happening. I know everyone's trying to do their best, but holy moly, was there a whole lot of like hot potato going on, medical hot potato, to which I was really concerned and really disappointed because now I'm fearing for my life. Now I'm fearing for the fact that I may never see my daughters again. I may never get to do the things I want to do again. So one of the other issues I had, and I had discussed with numerous doctors, and I had numerous reasons, numerous stories. Nobody was getting along on the reason why. Everyone seemed like they were literally backstabbing each other, which was nuts. Especially to see that firsthand. None of the doctors wanted to agree. The nurses were advocating heavily for me. They were really trying to like push and help me out and kind of help me figure things out. And so it was crazy. I saw literally everyone from an OBGYN all the way up to my surgeon, who was an OBGYN surgeon, all the way up to a cancer specialist. The reason why that route was taken is because of the fact I do have PCOS, I do have endometriosis, and I kind of got angry about the fact that my left ovary was not taken out. And I did a little bit of research, not a doctor, but I found that, like, there is the availability to live with just one ovary. And I questioned that and asked about it. And one doctor was like, oh yeah, you should be fine. You'd be great. You're healthy. You're, like, active. Another doctor was, like, flat out, like, resistant about it. And yeah, I was mad. Super mad. So let me get to the best part of this. Because my infection was so bad and things got so out of control, infectious disease control, the local one, had to be called in to deal with this, monitor this, and better assess the situation and guide these doctors. I still have to see them because of the result of all this. And let me tell you, pretty sure my insurance company hates me. Another fun thing, because I am, like, working while I'm on FMLA, which, other thing, I took out not quite the full amount of it, and I was forced to take the full amount of it because of this. So I'm frustrated because my job's at stake because of all this. And let's get back to what the doctors had said. So when I questioned them, they're like, oh, well, if you really want your ovary out, you can come back in 10 weeks and do another surgery. And you'll be out for another 10 weeks. And I'm like, no. Why was this not done the first 2 times? I get the first time, but if the ovary was the problem child on both times, why was that not removed upon my request? I get that you guys are there for the medical awareness, but I, as a patient, should have been allowed to make a decision on what happens with this. So, yeah, that's fun. So in the fun charade between my second surgery and now, I've been in the hospital again 2 more times. The second time, the first time I went to go see a second opinion, no dice, did not work out well. They pretty much told me I was fine, even though the abscess was still there. And I'm guessing they just didn't want to handle the case because it's so overbearing and it's so complicated right now. Then the second time I went, same place, second opinion hospital. Sat in the waiting room for 7+ hours, like level 9 pain. And they did a urine test, they did a blood test, said, I'm tired of this, told them I was leaving, went down to the women's hospital again. That was 30 minutes away, was put into triage, another blood test, another urine test, and those doctors pretty much wrote things off too and, like, threw that ball right back into my surgeon's court because nobody wants to touch this. Apparently things are so extravagant that nobody wants to deal with this mess. So that's pretty concerning. So now it gets better. That is only the tip of the iceberg. So now I am dealing with more ongoing issues. I have had to go see infectious disease control again. I got thrown on another 30-day subscription or trial of antibiotic to treat the infection. Let me tell you, I'm ready for this subscription to end. And I'm definitely over this whole shenanigans. But, so here is the other thing with everything, is on top of everything, I now have a UTI. So let's just add insult to injury and just keep it going, why don't we? So yeah, that is not quite everything, but that is everything as of right now, and definitely a to be continued.